Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition glitch video. So in today's video we are showcasing 20 glitches working in the Minecraft Nether update, of course the 1.16 update. Again, we've got some new ones, some old ones, we've got some duplication glitches, some X-ray glitches, we got a bit of everything. Again, if you haven't already, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Again, if you've got any questions involving this video or any other video, the best place to get me is on the Discord. Now, if you do not have Discord, you can always add me on the Twitter or the InstaJam, and I'll be happy to get back to you there. So, that being said, let's get straight on into today's video. Okay, so number one, I like this one. This could be used as a trapdoor kind of thing. I don't know. Basically, if you have a block above your head and you open a shulker box which is on the floor, basically you can go straight through the shulker box like so. Again, you must have a block above your head for that to work. Again, I like that. It's a nice little like hidden door feature thing. So in at number two, we've got a visual glitch. Basically, if you wear a pair of elytra, and basically, as you can see, if we look at the little doll in the top corner, the top left-hand corner, if we're running around, it does no longer show our elytra, as well as if we're flying around as well. Let me just, for example, drop down and float. You can see our paper doll is pretty much just like flying around with no elytra on. So that one is a pretty pointless one. It's just a visual one for you guys. Again, it has definitely got me before. I mean, I went to look up at that paper doll to see if I had my elytra on, and of course I did, but I thought I didn't. So yeah, that is number two. Okay, so number three, any mob that you can physically sit on and ride, and this actually includes a like minecart and a boat. Well, you've got to do the boat one a little bit differently, but basically if you have half slabs on the bottom of the floor and half slabs at the top, you simply walk into it on a rideable mob, and you can also activate a 360 X-ray glitch like this. Very, very simple. And of course, if you did happen to find one of these skeleton horses, you wouldn't actually need to saddle up. Okay, so another one of my personal favorites is the shulker box X-ray. Basically, all you're going to do is place your shulker box like that, and basically you're going to walk towards the shulker box. You're going to push it, and basically it's going to give you access to any solid blocks behind it like so. Again, if you go too far in, you are going to take damage, so you don't want to go too far in. But if you get the soft spot, the exact spot, you are going to actually activate this X-ray glitch. Again, you can see how well this one works as well. You can pretty much see really loads of stuff. Again, you're going to get so many much loot on this seed. I'm going to leave this seed in the description of this video as well for you guys, just in case you are wondering what this seed is. Okay, so in at 5, we have actually got a duplication glitch. Basically, if we get a shulker box, let me just grab these items out of the shulker box, and we want to go ahead and destroy that. We're going to grab the shulker box like so. We're going to place it on the floor. We are then going to enter the items we want to duplicate like so. So we're just going to place some random items in there. After that, we want to destroy 4 pieces of dirt or sand. This is a good time indication. And then once we've done that, we're just going to simply go Alt F4 and close the application. Okay, and then you just want to open the application and then go on that world that you actually closed. And you should actually have like the duplicated items just there. As you can see, we've got them in our inventory and also in that shulker box. So it's quite a nice little one, that one. Most of the time actually you do get the actual duplicated shulker box as well, so you actually get the shulker box as well. However, these ones are very, very temperamental, especially on like devices like Xbox. Xbox are really, really long. I'm currently on Windows 10 on my computer. My computer is pretty powerful, so that's why it doesn't really take that long to like close the application and open it. So devices where it takes really long to close the application and open it again, it could actually damage it. I mean, seriously, I've had a few people complaining about this one, so use this one at your own risk. Okay, so number 6 is another duplication glitch. Basically, yeah, I don't want to go too close to that skeleton so he hits me. Basically, what you've got to do is grab some items you want to duplicate. Again, it doesn't need to be shulker boxes, but the most efficient way of doing this is going to be full shulker boxes of loot. So we're going to go in this little area that I've created here. We're then going to suffocate ourselves in this sand. We want to edge out just so we're in the block and out the block as well. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, if there's anything else we want to duplicate, we're also going to do that. So we're just going to throw all that outside, and then straight up, we're going to close the application. Again, I don't know if that's going to have worked because I died. So let's go ahead and just open the application again and have a little look. Again, that may not have worked because I've died, but let's just go ahead and open the world that I just closed. And hopefully it did work. I mean, I don't think it would have worked. No, as you can see, oh, wait, it did work. Okay, so we have got the shulker boxes on the floor just there. And we've also got the ones in my inventory. Again, I really don't want to get shot by that skeleton, so I'm just going to grab those. It didn't do all of them, but it did do some of them. So yeah, use this at your own risk. Again, it's pretty much like this one. You could actually lose some items. Well, I've had people say you could lose items, so be very, very cautious with this one. Okay, so the next one, basically, if you've got like 4 path blocks like this, or even just one, basically, if you put some leaves on top of each other, like so, you need a minimum of 2 leaves on top of each other. You can activate this kind of like X-ray glitch. Again, this is really easy to do. That's why I've put this one in. I didn't really want to make a like full video on just this. However, I mean, it could come in handy for you guys, and that's exactly why I put it in. I mean, you can clearly see that there's like a mine shaft down there. Obviously, you can clearly see a spawner down there, so you can clearly see it works. Again, it's a nice little handy one there for you guys. Okay, so number 8, this one is a little bit weird. Again, basically mobs, I'm not sure, a select few mobs anyway, including skeletons, drowns, and of course zombies, can actually pick up items now, including like your elytra, so they can physically wear your elytra. I'm not sure that they could do that before. And not only that, they can pick up banners, so you have like skeletons that are wearing these banners, making them look like pillager captains. Again, it's all quite crazy at the moment. Okay, so number 9 is another visual bug. Basically, ceilings of the nether and like underneath islands and stuff do not get affected by the new biome layout. I have no idea. So like, you can't get like the blocks on the ceiling or like underneath the islands. Have no idea why it works like that. It just does. And I mean, it doesn't look all that right sometimes. Sometimes you can really notice it, and other times you really can't notice it. But again, yeah, I just thought I'd add that little one in. Okay, so I showcased this one the other day. Basically, if you adjust your field of view settings, you can actually activate a little bit of a X-ray glitch. Again, this seems to be working better on Xbox for some reason, so you should definitely have a little mess around with this, because like I said, the original guy who sent me this, it worked really, really well for him. However, I couldn't get it to work just as well as he did, so definitely have a little mess around with this, as you could actually like unlock some full potential of this. Okay, so number 11 is the full inventory duplication glitch. Basically, I don't know why I put full chest, but basically you want to grab the items, well, a full inventory of items, and basically you can duplicate every single one of these. So what you are going to want to do is, of course, we are going to want to go into survival first. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to want to move one of these. We're going to want to break the chest that we've got here, and we're going to place it on the floor. Just like so. We are then going to go ahead and save our game. Once we've saved our game, we can then go ahead and go in the world like so. And basically what we want to do is very quickly just go ahead and fill this entire chest with all the items that you want to duplicate. Again, your full inventory of items. And once you've done that, again, you can go ahead and like wait 3 or 4 seconds. Again, destroying 4 blocks of dirt is just a time indication. And then once you've done that, you want to go ahead and close the application. Okay, so once you've closed the application, you can then obviously open it again and go back onto the world. Now, if this has worked for you, you should have actually done your entire inventory. So we have got, of course, some in our inventory just there. We've got that one. Of course, we missed this line out. We didn't have that line anyway. And of course, we've got the entire chest full as well. Again, this one is probably the most efficient one to do. Again, disclaimer, this one is going to be really like bad on Xboxes, because I do try this one on my Xbox, but Xboxes are really bad at loading stuff and stuff like that. Probably the same with phones. Again, this one works really well on my computer because it is reasonably powerful. So use this one at your own risk again. Okay, so in at 12 is a very simple duplication glitch using a beacon. So the downside to this one is it only works on touchscreen devices, that is iOS and Android. Again, I'm fairly certain it doesn't work on Switch, but basically, as you can see in this clip that you're seeing now, all you physically got to do is open the beacon, and whatever item you've got in your inventory, as long as it's stackable, you can click that item and it will just duplicate the item. It is absolutely crazy, but like I said, the downside is it only works on like touchscreen devices. Okay, so the next one, basically, this one is borderline glitchy. I mean, it's really bad exploiting of like the mechanics of trading with Pigment. So basically, I'm going to kill this guy over here, because as soon as we turn on this machine and we go into survival, it's all going to kick off. So we're going to go into survival, and there we go. So hopefully everything's all right. We're going to do this, and this is going to really rile up these guys. So at this point, what we can actually do is throw some gold at these guys, making them want to trade. And basically what's going on now is, because this is being moved, it's actually winding them up. It's like aggroing them, and we can really get some really fast trades. Again, I probably should have done this with an empty inventory to actually show you how powerful this can be. But if you've got like 20 piglins in there, and you do this, like for example, if I just drop the stack on the floor, you will seriously see how much is coming out. You see that? So much comes out. Again, I don't even think, I think we may have just got a full chest of stuff right there. Let me just check, and you've seen how quick it was. It was literally a few stacks of gold, and there we go. Let me check. We pretty much have got a stack of like stuff. Like, look at all that. Not a stack, a chest of stuff. I mean, it is crazy. This exploit is really like overpowered again, and all you've simply got to do is this. And not to mention, you can get iron nuggets from these guys, so it's basically an iron farm as well. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so number 14 is the Farlands portal trick. So basically, if you've got a bed, you can actually put it on the other side of a portal, and at night in survival, of course, you can go sleep, and at the exact time you go through the portal, it like thinks you like go sleep. So I don't know what it does to it, but basically it makes you go an incredibly far distance, and you can get to the Farlands really fast. Okay, and now we have a returning classic. Basically, it is the sand X-ray glitch, and basically to activate this, we just need to be inside a piece of sand. We can then go out the like edge a little bit, and as soon as we do, we activate ourselves a super awesome X-ray glitch like so. If I just turn everything off so you can see clearly, you can really see that this one is a really good and really easy X-ray glitch. Okay, so number 16, if you tame a horse, go ahead and place yourself some armor and a saddle on that horse, and if you grab yourself a looting 3 sword and kill that exact horse, you basically have the chance to get 2 pieces of horse armor. Again, this is a returning classic, so yeah, if you did want to kill some horses for some horse armor, that is the one for you. Okay, so this next one, you've got to have a donkey or llama with some chest on it. All you want to do is open the chest in the donkey and the llama, and basically just throw the items you want to duplicate in. Then you're going to want to leave the donkey or the llama, wait a couple of seconds, and then go ahead and close the application like so. And then go ahead and open that world. Now, if you've done this right, you should have items in the donkey or the llama. And of course, you should have items in your inventory. Again, it's actually took me back to a time where I was in creative. But you can see that I've got some of the items there, and I've actually got some there, but it took me right back to when I was in creative for some reason. It kind of did work, but yeah, I'd use this one with risk again. It's the same as the other ones. The ones that you have to close the application, they're really temperamental, so be really careful. Okay, so the next one, basically, if you get air at the exact time your hearts regenerate, you can actually get like unlimited underwater breathing. So basically, you want to have about 2 hearts of damage already done, and of course it's going to be easiest on peaceful because you've got that regeneration, but of course you can replicate this with a beacon. So I'm just going to let myself have a few hearts go, and then basically you want to grab some air, not much air, and at the same time as when you're grabbing your air, you basically want to make sure that your hearts are regenerating. and you should actually be able to do the glitch. Again, I wasn't actually quick enough there, so I'm just going to take a little bit more damage, and I'm just going to grab some air, and again, I don't think I did that one. No, we're just going to try this again. So we're just got to wait, keep going, down, down, down. Okay, I think I might have done it there. Okay, so basically we just got to wait. Hopefully I did do that. I mean, I don't think I did. Okay, so as you can see, because I did that exactly the right time, we can actually stay underwater, and we only ever lose like maximum of 1 heart. Again, I wasn't actually sure I did that, but all you've got to do is wait for it to regenerate at the exact same time as you take some air, and you should be able to get into this clip. Okay, so the next one is not really a tip or a trick, but basically the crafting table compass slash time trick. So obviously the sun is going down now, so the clock should kind of show us like nearly nighttime. So if we go down to it, as you can see, it nearly is showing us nighttime again, and the compass is directly still pointing. Even if we change direction, it's still going to point towards spawn. Again, this is a nice little feature to know in case you like really need one really very quickly, in case you're in a cave, you need to know if it's dark out, or of course you need to get back to somewhere where you're lost. You only actually need a crafting table. Let's get on to the last one. Okay, so the last one is another returning classic. Basically, if you jump off this, let me just go into survival. And of course, basically, you want to close the application before you hit the ground. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump off this. Let me just go back. We're going to jump off this. And before we hit the ground, we're going to close the application. Now, if you do that right, fingers crossed. I mean, sometimes this doesn't work, but basically you've got the chance of actually not taking any full damage, and you should actually be okay. So fingers crossed this did work. Again, this is handy for when you do make that critical mistake, and of course it took me back up here, so we kind of saved ourselves from taking that damage. Like I said, this is really handy for if you make that mistake. Again, I'll just show you one more time. We're just going to fall off like so, and then we're going to close the application. Let me just open that one more time for you guys, and then of course we want to go back on to the world, and of course we just got to wait for it to load. We're going to go back on the world. It might have took me a little bit further back. Sometimes it keeps you on the floor, sometimes it doesn't, but no, it's just kept me on top of this pole. So if you do make that critical mistake in your world, this one is definitely the one for you. Okay, so that is literally the end of this 20 glitch showcase. Again, if you've got any more glitches for me to showcase, please let me know. Again, I have gotten quite a lot more, but I didn't want to like pack the video too much, but there are so many glitches coming in. Again, I just want to say thank you to anybody who has been coming forward and giving me these glitches. They are really quite interesting, and there are some pretty good ones as well. So that is pretty much it. I will catch you on the next one.